All right, let's see what we got. Good. All right, Shalom. Shalom, we're brothers from the GMS Atlanta Church, Brother Kasha Kuala.
Brother Rock.
All right, first and foremost, I want to give all glory, honor, and praises to
Yahweh,
Ba'ashem,
Yahushai,
Ba'ashem,
Ba'ashem,
Takadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders, great millstone, who rule and teach well. Peace, love, salutation to the elect 144 first fruit. Me and this brother, we're going to go through the overview, not a breakdown of the book of Malachi. So just, pretty much the overview is a synopsis of the chapter. And then, of course, information that we give, precepts, you can further look into, So without further ado, we're going to go ahead and start off with Malachi chapter 1 and 1. You got it, brother.
This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 1. It says, the burden of the word of the Lord to Israel by Malachi. Verse 2, I have loved you, saith the Lord. Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
Right. So we're starting off, even verse 1, the name Malachi means my messenger. All right. So this is a message coming from the prophet Malachi, and they call like the book of Malachi, Zechariah, Hosea, Zephaniah, like the you said what?
Minor.
Yeah, like the minor prophets. And you got like the Jeremiah, Isaiah, the major. They're all major.
Right.
All right. You can't tell me the book ain't Obadiah don't hold no weight.
Right. Heavy. Right.
They ain't no minor prophecy.
Exactly.
Everything that they speak of is major, but this is quote unquote considered one of those minor prophetic books. And this is a message from Malachi, which was given from the word of the Lord. You can chime in. And also Malachi was during the time of like 400 some odd BC, that time frame. All right, you got it, baby.
Verse 3, it says, and I hated Esau and laid his mountains and his heritage waste.
Reread verse 2.
This is Malachi 1 and 2. I have loved you, saith the Lord.
Right.
Yet ye say, wherein hast thou loved us? Was not Esau Jacob's brother, saith the Lord? Yet I love Jacob.
Right. So he's speaking to a particular, in this case, since we got some understanding people, all right? The Lord is literally telling Israel that he loves y'all, all right? You ever see us on the highways and byways, we usually say Jake. We say Jake a lot. Jake is short for Jacob. And we all know when we read the book of Genesis, a man named Jacob wrestled with an angel, and in turn, after the aftermath of it, his name was changed to Israel. All right, so the Lord deals with Israel. Okay,
that's right.
I'm gonna get a quick precept.
Right.
You can say.
Okay. And yeah, that's another cut too to people that say that the kingdom of heaven or the Lord doesn't have a particular chosen line of people that he deals with exclusively, if you will. Okay. There are countless amount of precepts that use possessive pronouns when it comes to describing Israel. My people, his people, and this is just another, precept that goes to show that the Lord deals exclusively with the nation of Israel. And he does, the Lord is not all love,
right,
too.
Right. Even towards 2/3 of his own people, man.
That's right.
Well, really, how his love is going to be shown towards him, people are going to perceive it as evil and he hates him and things of that nature. But really, that's showing love by giving you a missile to come out your foul state of mind and foul bodies.
Yeah, there's like, the term with putting you out of your misery.
Right.
When you see a hurt or decrepit animal just suffering like our nation is, man, you go ahead and put it down, man. Put it to rest, so to speak. And the brother was speaking on 2/3. They'll be in the kingdom as well, but they'll have to come back through our loins. Lord willing, we be of the elect.
That's right. That saying, I'll whoop you because I hate you.
Right.
I'll whoop you because I love you.
Yeah.
It's kind of the same thing.
Same thing.
Just to bring it to a carnal sense, like it's spoken of in 1 Corinthians. But this is Sirach chapter 24 and 8. It says, so the creator of all things gave me a commandment, And he that made me caused my tabernacle to rest, and said, let thy dwelling be in Jacob, and thine inheritance in Israel.
That's right.
All right, so you got it, brother. Continue
Malachi 1 and 3. And I hated Esau, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness.
Right. So you can get that classic script, Romans 9 and 13, because it shows you, well, we bring this out a lot when people say God is all love. Well, he specifically said he hated an individual right here.
That's right.
So that God is all love is a hypocritical and contradicting statement, okay? And we don't say God is all love. We know that the Lord has favorites. We know that the Lord doesn't like people, okay? And we ourselves follow suit. That's why we read, what is that, Psalm 119, I want to say like the 104th verse, where it says, through thy precepts I get understanding, therefore I hate every false way. So we understand through the precepts that the Lord gives us, through which we learn by, okay? We learn through precepts, okay? Get understanding from, we may be reading the book of Zechariah, but getting precepts from Ezekiel and this and this and that, all right? Learning a specific verse. So we understand that the Lord, through the precepts, does not like the rest of the nations, and he only deals with the nation of Israel. We understand that. And also we understand that he's a just, fair power, because he gave them all a chance to rule.
That's right.
All right? You got it,
I'll start verse 11, Papa.
Sure. You got it, bro.
Romans 9 and 11. For the children being not yet born, neither having done any good or evil, that the purpose of the Most High according to election may stand, not of works, but of him that calleth. All right, and that's going back into Genesis. I believe it's what, the 25th or 26th chapter? 25th, where Jacob and Esau wrestled in Rebekah's womb. All right, and the Lord had already chosen Jacob, being the apple of his eye, so to speak. Even from the beginning. All right, even though he Esau was supplanted of his birthright. It was all set up through the Lord for it to play out that way. All right. Continuing on, it says, but not of him that calleth, verse 12, it was said unto her, the elder Salakia shall serve the younger, as it is written, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. All right. Hey, and that's the precept tying it back into Malachi 1 and 3. The Lord hating Esau. All right. So contrary to what is pushed on the mass scale, the Lord is not all love, man. All right. He's an angelic force, man. He's an austere man. And that's not balanced for the Lord to be one way. All right. The Lord is a just and balanced power, man.
That's right. You look at all kingdoms that have been on earth. There's been a high and a low class. With every kingdom, there's balance in that. Everybody can't be on the high seat. Everybody can't sit on the throne.
That's right.
All right. So when this place gets taken down, someone has to be brought on top, and it's not going to be Esau. He had his chance. All right. Matter of fact, can you get what's that? Sirach, chapter I think 11 and 4.
Sirach 11 and 4.
Right. Sirach 11 and 4. I'm going to say. All right, because it's going to show you the one who's going to be on top. It's going to be the underdog, man. That's us. We regular Joe Schmoes working 9 to 5s, doing Uber and stuff. Ain't nobody thinking about us. Go ahead, brother.
This is Ecclesiasticus, or Sirach 11 and verse 4. It says, boast not of thy clothing.
So I can go to 5. Go to 5.
Sirach 11 and 5. Many kings have sat down upon the ground. It's like many kings have sat down upon the ground, and one that was never thought of have worn the crown.
There you go. One that was never thought of has worn the crown. Sirach, the 10th chapter, I want to say like around the 4th verse, talks about he shall set one that is profitable. All right? And the one that is profitable, according to Ecclesiasticus 11 and 5, is one who is never thought of. That's the meek. That's the lowly. All right? That's the ones, kind of just blending in with the system right now. And that, Lord willing, could be you and me, or you or me, this brother. If we keep doing the things that we're supposed to do, we are the underdogs at the moment. But the Lord's going to raise us up at any point, you know. I'm going to get a precept real quick because the script said in verse 3, and laid his mountains and his heritage waste for the dragons of the wilderness. This is Ezekiel chapter 35. I'll start at 5. I'm going to read swiftly. Because thou hast a perpetual hatred, because thou hast had a perpetual hatred and hast shed the blood of the children of Israel by the force of the sword in the time of their calamity, in the time that their iniquity had an end. Therefore, as I live, saith the Lord, therefore as I live, the Lord don't. The Lord is all power. As I chuckle at that, because you can see the Lord's humor sometimes. He says, as I live, saith the Lord power, I will prepare thee unto the blood, and blood shall pursue thee. Sitteth thou, hast not hated blood, even blood shall pursue thee. Right. I think there's a word, if I'm pronouncing it correctly. It's either, I think it's sanguineous or sanguineous or something like that. And it means bloodthirsty or red. Okay? That's the primary adjective to describe Esau. Okay? Because he's always loved blood. He's always had a taste for blood. All the way back to the book of Genesis. Okay? He's always been on the hunt. He's always, even he said it after Isaac. After Isaac blessed Jacob. He said, once my father goes away, Salaki. He said, once my father passes on, I will, pretty much pursue Jacob to kill him. Okay? That goes all the way back to Cain. Am I my brother's keeper?
That's right.
Because the earth cried for the blood that was shed. Therefore, blood has been pursuing you all the way back to Genesis, the 4th chapter. Okay? So to continue, it says, verse 7, thus will I make Mount Seir most desolate. Right, Mount Seir, I think the word seir in the Hebrew is sha'ar, if I'm not mistaken, and it means hair. All right? And it means, it means hair. And it says, and cut off from it him that passeth out and him that returneth. And I will fill his mountains with his slain men. Now we understand with the mountains in verse 3, his enterprise, his government, okay? His power seat. He's going to bring that down and lay it waste.
Exactly.
It says, with the slain men in thy hills and in thy valleys, and all thy rivers shall they fall that are slain with the sword. I will make thee a perpetual desolation, and thy cities shall not return, and ye shall know that I am the Lord. Right. That goes back to Psalm 9 and 20, where it says, let them know that they are just but men. And that's what the Lord is going to do to this pasty individuals who's sitting in the rulership seat right now. Okay? And also that's a prophecy to how this place is going to be a memorial after thermonuclear missiles come and hit this place. All right? It ain't no coming back after that. You got it, bro.
I had a quick precept. Probably should have grabbed it before you brought that out.
Oh, okay.
This is Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 5, and I'll start at verse 2. It says, when they see it, they shall be troubled with terrible fear, and shall be amazed at the strangeness of his salvations, so far beyond all that they look for. And they repenting and groaning for anguish of spirit shall say within themselves, this was he whom we had sometime in derision, and a proverb of reproach. We fools accounted his life madness, and his end to be without honor. All right, and that's going back to the underdog story. All right, and then we'll move on in the chapter, but that's going back to the underdog story. The Lord setting one above this guy that's ruling now that is more profitable. All right, because we're called niggas, spits, wetbacks, and all of that. All of these proverbs and bywords that it said we will be called, according to Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Via the curses, but those curses are going to be lifted off of us, and we're going to be being saved And these heathens that had us in derision are going to be amazed that those that they had at the very low of the bottom of the totem pole are going to be being saved, man. You know, and that the Lord is going to be dealing with uh, uh, exclusively and not they ass at the end of the day, basically, man.
Right.
You know, that's why they're going to be amazed, because think like these niggas, you know, that were just being shot down in the streets by the cops. These niggas that was just, you know, living paycheck to paycheck, receiving welfare and food stamps. This who the Lord is dealing with? Yeah. All right. And that's the time, you know, that we're coming, we're looking forward to. Okay. Continuing on, Malachi 1 and 4, it says, "Whereas Edom saith, we are impoverished, but we will return and build the desolate places. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, they shall build, but I will throw down, and they shall call them the border of wickedness, and the people against whom the Lord have indignation for forever."
Right. Go ahead and get Revelation chapter 18 and 20. All right. Because it said, I will build, but I will throw down. All right, I'm going to get a quick one.
Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51. Got to get that. All right. Because after this place is dealt with by the Lord, there ain't no, like I said, it ain't no, well, not like I said, like the script said, there ain't no coming back, man. All right, there ain't no coming back. This is Jeremiah 51 and 8. Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her, take balm for her pain. If it so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her. Let us go every one into his own country, for her judgment reaches unto heaven and is lifted up into the skies. It says it right there. Would have been healed, but it's not. Because it ain't no coming back from the destruction when the Lord pours out his cup of indignation on this place. All right, you got it, bro.
In Revelation 18.
Yeah, Revelation 18 and 20.
This is Revelation chapter 18 and verse 20. It says, rejoice over her, thou heathen, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for our power hath avenged you on her.
Right, because in the verse above that one, it says, alas, alas, that great city, you know, has been pretty much overthrown in 1 hour. All right, took 400 years to build this place. The Lord gonna take it down in an hour. That ain't nothing, man. All right, this lesson probably gonna be out.
Right.
You know.
Right.
That ain't too long. You know, you got it, bro.
Continue on in Revelation.
Yeah, keep going.
Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone.
That's right.
And cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall that great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
That's right. There you go. That's straight to the point.
Yep.
Like a great millstone. All right. That goes back to that Daniel, the second chapter in the dream, when it hit the toes, the iron and clay, and that pretty much force came down and struck it. That force is Yahweh Shai, man. And then, can you read verse 21 again? Because that's straight to the point, showing that this place ain't gonna come back once it's hit.
Revelation 18:21. And a mighty angel took up a stone like a great millstone, and cast it into the sea, saying, thus with violence shall the great city Babylon be thrown down, and shall be found no more at all.
That's right. No more at all. It says, thus with violence. Why does it have to be taken down with violence? We just read it in Ezekiel, the 35th chapter. Blood shall pursue you.
Right. That's the way it was conceived. Right. That's the way America was, put together, so to speak. Through straight violence, rape, robbing, murder.
Right.
You name it, man. Esau has done it. If it's wicked, you best believe Esau has done it. He's done it.
That goes back to what the brother was saying in Nahum 3. Woe to the bloody city. It's filled with lies and robbery, man, and murder. Okay? Therefore, you're going to receive the same, reap what you sow. You sow the seed of violence, you're going to reap the fruit of violence. Therefore, this place is going to be taken out with violence. And I've been watching The Walking Dead lately.
Yeah.
All right? And when they zombie comes, an individual who doesn't know how to, deal with one will try to stab it in the body, shoot it in the body. No, you got a headshot. Okay? The headshot's gonna be taking place to America, man. They ain't no nah. Headshot. The Lord's coming for the headshot in his enemy's place. There ain't no coming back from that. You know? So we keep going to Malachi.
This is Malachi chapter 1, verse 5. And your eyes shall see, and ye shall say, the Lord will be magnified from the border of Israel.
Right. He says, your eyes shall see. The scripture stated in Revelation 18 that the heathens shall see this happening, and they shall howl, pretty much because they've been living deliciously off of Babylon. Mm-hmm. And also what? It said in Revelation, I want to say 18 and 20, it said what? That the prophets and the apostles rejoice. Why are the apostles and prophets going to rejoice? Because they're going to see the destruction of it. Also, it says in the book of Revelation, the first chapter, that every eye shall see when Yahweh shall come back, including that destruction that's going to take place. And yes, it may be broadcast. It may be broadcast. Okay? You got it, bro.
Malachi 1 and 6. A son honoreth his father,
right,
and a servant his master.
Right.
If then I be a father, where is mine honor?
So now we're getting into a point to where Malachi, when you go into, he's kind of speaking to, he is directly speaking to the priests, pretty much the Levitical priesthood of Israel. All right, now we're in the times that we are in. What's that? Get Revelation 5 and 10, I want to say. All right, but now that we're in the state that we're in now, this is speaking towards all of us, man. Okay. Malachi was sending a message, man, that he got from the word of the Lord, according to the first verse, to the Levitical priesthood. Okay, you got it.
Yeah. Revelation 5 verse 10, and has made us unto our God kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth.
Right, kings and priests, and we shall reign on the earth. So when you read this, man, hey, look, our nation is kind of, not, I keep saying kind of, but no, our nation is jacked up right now. All right, so this right here is talking to the nation of Israel when you read it in these times. But of course, with all these, particular books and prophets, like the book of Jeremiah, he was writing letters to the captives in Babylon. But you can apply it to today because it's prophetic. It's the same thing here. He was applying this to the Levitical priesthood because it was going off, man. All the way to today, man. Yeah, especially them Haitians, man. They're going to fuck off over there. All right? Sacrificing little things, doing rituals, witchcraft and warlock, things of that nature. That's going off. That's offering polluted things unto the Lord.
Yeah. And Malachi gonna go into
He's gonna go into it. You got it.
Back in the Malachi.
Yeah, you start verse 6.
Malachi 1 and 6. A son honoreth his father, and a servant his master. If then I be a father, where is mine honor?
Right.
And if I be a master, where is my fear?
Right.
Saith the Lord of hosts unto you. O priests that despise my name, and ye say, wherein have we despised thy name?
Right. You had a precept?
No.
Can you get Isaiah 64 and 8?
Come.
All right. This is going back to if then I be a father, right? And if you have a father, you have a level of respect and reverence towards that man. Okay. If I be a father, it says, where is mine honor? Okay. If I be a master, where is my fear? Okay. You offering this crappy sacrifice to me like you Cain or something, and expect me to bless you? You ain't got no fear. You don't care. And the Lord has an issue with that. You got it, bro.
Isaiah 64 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
But now, O Lord, aren't I, Isaiah 64 and 8. But now, O Lord, thou art our father, we are the clay, and thou our potter,
right,
and we all are the work of thy hand.
Right. You see, the Lord created us. Okay? Is the creation higher than the Creator? Right. Hell no. Mm-hmm. When something is created by someone who created it,
right,
they know how to destroy it.
Exactly.
And they know how to dismantle it because they know all the ins and outs of it. Mm-hmm. So where is his honor?
Exactly.
Where is his fear?
Exactly.
You see?
Yeah. You know, it mentioned the potter. You know, if you're familiar with a potter, he shapes and molds the clay in the way in which he wanted it to be. All right. So who is that clay to tell the potter anything, man?
Right.
You know, he could shape you and mold you the way he wants, and throw that bitch on the ground and it's shatter into pieces, man. Because he created the potter, man. That's likened unto the Lord and to us, man. The Creator above the creature, man, which are, you know, us humans, man. You know, the Lord has the power to do whatever He may please, man. Him being the potter and us being the clay.
That's right. I got another quick one. Isaiah chapter 63 and 16. I started 15. Look down from heaven and behold from the inhabitation of thy holiness and of thy glory. Where is thy zeal and thy strength? The sounding of thy bowels and of thy mercies toward me. Are they restrained? Verse 16. Doubtless thou art Father. See? Doubtless thou art Father. That's what Isaiah is saying. Thou Abraham be ignorant of us, and Israel acknowledge us not, though, O Lord Yahweh, art our Father, our Redeemer, thy name is for everlasting. You see, even though, you know, these 2/3 Jakes, you know what I'm saying, they don't recognize Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And I tell you one thing, that's the one thing that us brothers are most sick of. We're tired of not seeing the Lord get the recognition he deserves. That's why we push his name so fervently. We're sick of that. Isaiah was the same way. Though they don't see it, man, I know for a fact you are our Father. You see? That goes to show you that the Lord was saying, if then I be a father, where's my honor and my glory? You know? You got it, brother. Because you remember, he's a jealous power, man. I'm pretty sure your biological dad wouldn't want you going around calling somebody else daddy. Fuck you.
Right.
You know?
Malachi 1 and verse 7. Ye offer polluted bread unto mine altar,
right,
and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee?
Right.
And that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible.
Right, that word contemptible, when you go into it, it means to be of disdain. All right? Pretty much, you know, disgust. You know, like it don't matter or something. Matter of fact, get that word, you got it. I'm going to bring out a precept while you get that. This is, let me see if I can find it first. I'm going to get 1 Maccabees chapter 1. I'm going to start at 44. For the kings have sent letters by messengers unto Jerusalem in the cities of Judah, that they should follow the strange laws of the land. Verse 45. And forbid burnt offerings and sacrifice and drink offerings in the temple, that they should profane the Sabbaths and festival days, and pollute the sanctuary and holy people, set up altars and groves and chapels of idols, and sacrifice swine's flesh and unclean beasts. And guess what? A lot of you Jakes did that during this time, especially after the time where Mattathias gave his orientation. Okay, shoot, his orientation in oblation, because oblation goes into sacrifice. Because the scriptures say in Hebrews, I want to say, I think the 13th chapter, I may be mistaken, but it talks about how the lips of sacrifice, are sacrifice unto the Lord. Your speech, what you say. Okay, he gave an oblation and an orientation to the Israelites not to bow down to this damn devil. And guess what Jake did? After all that he said, made the Lord contemptible, and was about to go sacrifice a swine flesh, and Mattathias killed him, man. All right? See? A lot of you Jakes think it's a game, and a lot of you Jakes don't have any respect for the Lord, man. But the Lord's going to show you otherwise. He's going to show you who your daddy is and whoop your ass.
That's right.
All right? Got it, bro.
I'm going to reread it and then get the word contemptible. Micah 1:7, ye offer polluted bread upon mine altar, and ye say, wherein have we polluted thee? In that ye say, the table of the Lord is contemptible. All right, and I got that word in the blue letter. The Hebrew word is bazah, and it says to despise, hold in contempt, disdain,
despise, man. Yeah. Go ahead, brother.
To be despicable, to be vile, to be worthless.
What?
To cause to despise. hey, that's Jake, man.
Right.
The Lord and what they offering to the Lord is far from, far away from their hearts, man. They're offering a BS to the Lord, man. Basically,
literally dumb.
Literally, here it is. We're going into the Sabbath, and we're practicing or rehearsing the righteous acts. But you got Jake doing all manner of wickedness tonight, man. Right. That's saying that the Lord's table is contemptible. Right. They're not even presenting their bodies as living sacrifices, man, right, as the scriptures command us to. And we know we can't do it 100%, being in captivity. But hey, man, show the Lord you trying. Right. Don't. That's just the Lord. Right. Fuck it. It's contemptible.
We under grace.
Yeah, we good. Fuck the Sabbath. Basically.
Right.
Like, nah, man. Put forth the effort, man, and show the Lord that you're trying, that you don't consider his table contemptible, man.
Right. You see, your brother, you said put forth the effort, but Jacob, they're a bunch of dirtlegs. All right, meaning lazy and lethargic. A lot of Jakes are like that. All right, they don't, saying the look, they look at themselves as contemptible.
Right.
They don't even love themselves. Let alone, that's the saying. How can you love someone else if you can't even love yourself? Mm-hmm. You got it, bro.
Malachi 1:8. Mm-hmm. And if ye offer the blind for sacrifice, is it not evil? And if ye offer the lame and sick, is it not evil? Offer it now unto thy governor. Will he be pleased with thee? Or accept thy persons, saith the Lord of hosts. All right? And the Lord tells you what type of, when we were sacrificing animals, you had to offer, bullocks and goats without spot or blemish, man. And if you were to sacrifice that into the Lord with a blemish, man, hey, that's a slap in the Lord's face, man. That's an evil doing, man. That's why I asked you. This is why it tells you here in verse 8, if you were to sacrifice lame or sick, or offer a blind sacrifice, is it not evil? And that's a question, man. It is. Okay.
I got a quick one.
Got it, bro.
Now, Leviticus 22:19, since you mentioned it. Mm-hmm. This is back in the law, and then I'm going to skip down. It says, ye shall offer at your own will a male without blemish, mm-hmm, of the beeves, of the sheep, or of the goats. Verse 20, but whatsoever hath the blemish, that shall ye not offer.
That's right.
For it shall not be acceptable for you. And I'm gonna go down to verse 24. It says, ye shall not offer unto the Lord that which is bruised, or crushed, or broken, or cut, neither shall ye make any offering thereof in your land. You see that? You don't want the undesirables. Oh, Salaki, let me go to verse 22. Blind or broken or maimed, or having a wind, or scurvy, or scab. Go into that word scurvy too. Or scab, ye shall not offer these unto the Lord, nor make an offering by fire of them upon the altar unto the Lord. You see? Those are unacceptable sacrifices.
Yeah, bro. That's right. Malachi 1:9. It says, and now I pray you, beseech the Most High, that he will be gracious unto us. This have been by your means. Will he regard your persons, saith the Lord of hosts?
Right. Like these things that you think he was going to be gracious unto you to give some bull crap? Right. Like, you say if someone came to my door, and Yeah, I knew him.
Mm-hmm.
And then handed me a box with shit.
Right.
You think I'm gonna be gracious?
Right.
Gracious towards him? I'm like, bro, what the fuck is this?
Right.
Flip that shit right back in his face.
Right.
Like, what is this, man? Get the hell on.
Exactly.
Probably want to beat his ass.
Exactly.
It's the same thing you're doing to the Lord.
Mm-hmm.
That's what Jake doing, man.
Right. Yeah, I was just thinking, you know, playing sports in the world is like, you got a Jake that's lazy as hell. He don't make no effort in practice.
Right.
Just giving no effort, but expect to play on Friday. Like, bro, you finna sit your ass right here on the bench, because what you offered in practice throughout the week is not gonna get it.
Right.
You put in minimal effort, if any, you know. So, hey, rightfully so, man. Man, and nothing in the world that you want to gain or, you know, hold dear to you, you give minimum effort into, man. You know, and expect to be rewarded. That's not how it works, man. All right, and it's the same with the Lord. The Lord wants your sacrifice to be without spot and blemish, man.
Right.
He wants a perfect sacrifice, really, you know, and we strive to be that way. But Jake disregardeth, man.
Right.
You know, he doeth not even consider. All right.
Right. Hey, the elders had did a lesson not too long ago called "What is your expectations?" Is that you expect to be caught up, beamed up on a chariot, and get spiritual power, healing people, and flying around, teleporting, and this, that, but want to bullshit, on your idle time. But you expect to have some extravagant, quote unquote, sci-fi salvation moment. What did you do to get that? It's the same thing, the analogy that the brother, you sitting here bullshitting in practice. They ain't even suit up in practice.
Right.
Come game day, all right, coach, I'm ready. For what?
Right.
It's the same thing in this nature. The Lord's going to say to a lot of Israelites, okay, I'm ready to be saved, but Lord, save for what?
Right. What have you done?
Saved for what? What exactly should I save you for? Because you didn't put nothing in to get this salvation. You see, that goes back to the parable with the laborers. And I'm gonna speak in the first half. There's the ones who came in the first hour. They labored to get the salvation. That's for what? That's what they did to receive it. Of course, you have your 11th hours that are gonna come in, but primarily the ones who've been laboring. Yes, they work for their salvation. You see, and everybody receives the same penny. But what you got a 2/3 Israel like just destined for destruction and be like, Lord, I'm ready to go on church. I'm ready to get some spiritual power. Like what?
Right.
You got it, bro.
It's like I'm gonna get back to the precept. I believe it's in Matthew's. Not all that say Lord, Lord shall inherit the kingdom. Did we not cast out devils in your name, and so on and so forth? Hey man, obviously if you ain't getting saved, you ain't getting enough, for the Lord to see it necessary.
Right.
So put forth your best effort, man. The same way you would with anything that you desire to get, man.
Right. And I'll say this too, and we'll get back to it, Salaki for being wrong, but that demon creeps of satisfaction, being satisfied and being content, like, okay, I've been in the truth for 6 years, I know enough. No, you don't, man. Just keep going. There's still a lot of work to do. Sometimes that gets on individuals, like, I've done enough. You ain't done shit. You ain't done jack squat. You gotta keep working. I read a quote the other day. It says it's easy to start, but hard to continue.
Right.
Which is the consistency. You gotta stay consistent and keep your fire going. All right? Don't diligence. Yeah. Or don't ever think that you've done enough. Because the moment you think you've done enough, that's when you get caught. All right?
Malachi 1:10, it says, who is there even among you that will shut the doors for naught? Neither do ye kindle fire on mine altar for naught. I have no pleasure in you, saith the Lord of hosts. Neither will I accept an offering at your hand.
Get Isaiah chapter 1, verse 11. The Lord ain't dealing with that no more. That's why we have the whole book of Hebrews written for us to read. There ain't no more offering up bullocks and rams and turtle doves and that of that name. He don't want that. He wants you.
That's right.
That's what he wants now. All right? Like the brother mentioned earlier, you give your body as a living sacrifice. You got it, brother.
Isaiah 1:11. To what purpose is the multitude of your sacrifices unto me, saith the Lord? I am full of the burnt offerings of rams and the fat of fed beasts, and I delight not in blood of bullocks, or of lambs, or of he goats. When ye come to appear before me, who have required this at your hand, to tread my courts? Bring no more vain oblations, incense, and abominations unto me. The new moons and Sabbaths and calling of assemblies, I cannot away with it. It is iniquity, even the solemn meeting. Continue.
No, you can stop right there. Okay. So that goes to show you, you consider the Lord contemptible. He considers your sacrifice contemptible, disdain and disgust.
Right.
They don't want it no more.
Right.
They don't want that shit. Stop offering.
Right.
And stop burning them sacrifices, man. Right. You over here burning swine's flesh. That shit
stinks.
It stinks, bro. Get shit out of here, man.
Right.
All right. The Lord gonna come back with the missiles and Febreze this place. Mm-hmm. All right. Because y'all stink. And you offering up bull crap to the Lord.
That's right.
That's a contemptible sacrifice. And he says it's full of iniquity. Mm-hmm. All right. That ain't something that the Lord wants to smell in his. I don't want to smell that stink.
Right.
Like, what the fuck is this? Excuse my language, but god dang, right. You gotta kind of think about it.
Right.
When you read the scripts, have the empathy in you. Empathy means put yourself in a situation or feel it out. I feel you. Okay? We go through things in our day-to-day situation and be like, damn, think something fucked up happened to us, and be like, damn. When you think about it, that's what I was doing to the Lord. Exactly. You got a woman to commit adultery on you, you be fucking mad, man, fuck you, and then you come to your senses like, oh shit.
I wonder how the Lord feels.
I wonder how the Lord. That's exactly
how he feels. Right.
Oh, now I see. Mm-hmm. You see? All right?
Yep. Put it into perspective.
So what makes you think, like I said, what makes you think you want to get a gift that's full of shit and be happy about it? No. Right. It's the same thing the Lord.
Right.
You don't get that gift and act like everything's all right. No, man. You give an acceptable gift. That's why the scriptures say what? Bring fruit meet for repentance. Meet meaning acceptable.
That's right.
You got it, bro.
Malachi 1:11. For from the rising of the sun even unto the going down of the same, my name shall be great among the Gentiles, and in every place incense shall be offered unto my name, and a pure offering, for my name shall be great among the heathen, saith the Lord of hosts.
Right, keep going.
Verse 12. But ye have profaned it, and that ye say, the table of the Lord is polluted, and the fruit thereof, even his meat, is contemptible.
Right. So you see that he's going to bring that word back.
Right.
And this is speaking towards the Levitical priesthood. And I'm going to get a quick example in the book of Samuel real quick. And then we're going to finish this off. Samuel chapter 1 Samuel chapter 8. I'm going to start at 1. It says, and it came to pass when Samuel was old that he made his sons judges over Israel. Okay? Now, verse 2, now the name of his firstborn was Joel, and the name of the second was Abiah. They were judges in Beersheba. And his sons walked not in his ways, but turned aside after the lucre, and took bribes, and perverted judgment. All right? So I'm just bringing that out because that shows you those are two sons from a priest line. Samuel was a priest, and therefore they're over here corrupting and doing foul, vain things in the temple and perverting judgment. All right. Therefore, what? Things had to get judged. All right. Things had to get judged, and this is right after they got the ark back. So you think they should be celebrating and acting right?
Right.
All right. But of course, but you had the priesthood during that time go and slap monkey off. You go back to you read Leviticus the 16th chapter. It speaks about Aaron and his atonement for his two sons, who went off. The Lord had to put him down. All right, and He made the priest Aaron do an atonement for what they did and forgive the sins of Israel at the same time, because the Levitical priesthood was going off. There's a multiple scripts showing that the priesthood would go off. Even when you go into the New Testament, when Yahushua was on scene, that was going off. All right, you got it, bro. That's why Malachi had to say the things he was saying. This is all the way back in 425 BC. All right, you got it.
Malachi 1:13. It says, ye said also, behold, what a weariness it is, and ye have snuffed, and ye had snuffed at it, said the Lord of hosts,
right.
And ye brought that which was torn, and the lame,
right.
and the sick, thus ye brought an offering. Should I accept this of your hand, saith the Lord?
Now I would say, what? For that goes to show you Jake's laziness, but it also goes to show you Jake's selfishness.
Yeah.
Because if you're offering the lame, the sick, the blind, that means you got something in the background that's good.
Yeah.
You're selfish.
Yeah.
The scriptures say give your first fruits. All right? And the 10th part. You're supposed to do what Abram did in the scripts when he met Melchizedek. Okay? And offered his 10th part of his tithes, man. His firstlings. Yeah. Even Jacob, when he was going to meet Esau, was giving him a suitable present.
Exactly. And that it also reminds me of what's the guy named Elias? Oh no, it's like his name is escaping me, but him and his wife was supposed to bring offerings, but they held back, and they were put to death.
Ananias and Sapphira.
Yeah. Hey,
in the book of Acts.
Jake is selfish, man. Jake always want to offer bullshit or less than or the bare minimum and hoard the rest, man, for itself, like the brother was saying, man. That's selfishness unto the Lord. Right? Because I'm pretty sure if they were offering these things unto the Lord, that's not all they had in the stable.
Right.
You just telling me you got all lame and blemished animals?
Right.
Like, come on, bro. Bring that forth meat for repentance, man. Like the brother was saying, man. It's not no BS. Because you want to keep it, or you really ain't. You really think the Lord is playing with you at the end of the day. You don't have no fear, man. For you to offer that up shows a lack of fear. Because it's all type of accounts what the brother brought out in Samuel. They put to death for those type of offerings, man. You don't have any fear. Malachi 1:14. But cursed be the deceiver, which have his flock a male, and vows and sacrifices unto the Lord a corrupt thing.
That's what we were just talking about.
Exactly.
You got something to offer, but you're a deceiver. Therefore, you hold something back. So, cursed be you. All right, you got it.
Yep. And I am a great thing, for I am a great king, saith the Lord of hosts, and my name is dreadful among the heathen.
Right. Get Psalm 47:2. We'll end it with that script, because he said, "For my name is dreadful among the heathen." Right. His name is dreadful among the heathen, and the heathen is still speaking about you, because we're going into we're speaking to Israelites. That's right. It's going into you, wicked Israelites, man. You are heathens because you conduct yourself as one. So it's rightfully so that we call you by that name, because that's how you act. If you a nigga, it's because you acting like a nigga. Right. Straight up.
Yeah. Scripture tell you all Israel is not of Israel. So that what that mean? You a heathen, goddamn. If you not, if you not of Israel, you a heathen. Right. 47:2. Con. Psalms chapter 47 verse 2. For the Lord Most High is terrible. He is a great king over all the earth.
Right. He's a great king over all the earth. All right. It goes to show you that he has power over everything, man. Okay. And that goes to show you also that he is That was a precept to when he said, I am a great king. That goes to show you that he is the one to be feared. All right. Matter of fact, there is one precept where it says there is one to be feared. If you can find it, I think it's in Psalms. I forgot where it is. It says, I don't think it's in Psalms actually, but it's, you don't have to get it, but pretty much there's a script that says there is one to be feared, man, and that is the Lord. Okay, who sitteth on his throne. I think that's it. I think that's what it says. All right. So you got to show the Lord his reverence. You got to give an offer of an acceptable sacrifice. Because oh, you got it? Yeah. Or bring it up? Yeah.
Sirach 1:8. There is one wise and greatly to be feared, the Lord sitting upon his throne. Woo. Hey, there you go, man. That precept ties in perfectly with Malachi 1:14. The Lord is a king, man. He should be feared, man. Like we was going into, you're not offering those that are those things that are which are pleasing unto Yahweh Shai. Hey, then that shows a lack of fear, man. He is the Almighty, man. You know, if you don't respect Yahweh, why Yahweh Shai, then who do you respect, man? Because that's the king, man. He's the ruler, right?
That's it. Hey, man, keep pushing.
Yep.
Keep fighting. Stay humble too, man. Stay humble and know who your power is. Okay, always have that in. I know that sounds cliche because I know a lot of brothers in the know, already know who the power is. But I'm gonna say this to the ones who don't. His name is Yahweh. That's the ultimate power, and his son's name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh and Yahweh Shai. Those are the powers to be feared. Those are the powers to praise. All right, and those are the powers to love. And how do you love them? By doing what they ask. If you're a man and know you're an Israelite, you should be out there preaching straight up. Okay, that's all I have to close up.
We want to close it and end it by giving all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash. We want to give double honors to our elders and apostles at Great Millstone, and peace, safety, and much love to the blessing. Peace and blessing to the Akim across the four corners of the earth that are pushing out this truth and sincerity. Shalom.
Shalom.